Yeah, about that. Go ahead.
You might have looked up how to start hunting and ended up finding this video. If you did, you probably came across a lot of other videos listing tens of thousands of dollars of things you'll need to buy before you go hunting, like a ground blind, 5 different types of firearms, 10 different types of camo, a chair, backpacks, binoculars, tripod, hats, scented things, spray to keep the scent off of you. Oh, and I didn't even mention, they all have trucks. Don't believe them. Let me show you a better way to start out.
This is taking up data space.
All right, go ahead. Yes.
All right, gear. So
Gear.
one of the things that I'm pretty worried about is my lack of hunting equipment. I don't really know where I'm going to get it. It sounds really expensive. I've got a mortgage and a kid, and I don't know if I can afford to go hunting.
Gotcha.
So what do I do?
My guess is you actually may have more than you think you have. What else do you do outside?
I like to run, and I backpack a lot. And fish.
Okay, well then, let's actually start there, because there's a lot of companies who will want to take a lot of your money for a lot of your gear, but if you're already somewhat outdoorsy, which most people are in Colorado, my guess is you've got at least 50% of the gear that we need. Let me show you what I take with me, and then you can let me know what you already have, and we can figure out where we need to go from there. So, I brought my pack. This is what I use for backpacking and camping as well, and I use it for hunting. So let's see what I got in here.
I have a pack similar to that one, so.
We're just gonna dump this stuff out. And I got a few more things up here. So this is it. Now,
This is all your hunting?
this is the entire kit that I'll take in the field, minus my lunch, or the rifle that'll be on my shoulder. You know what these are?
They look like pillowcases.
They do. Well, they came from sheets, game bags. You can buy game bags at big box hunting or outdoor stores, or you can buy cotton sheets and make your own. Okay, so I got some game bags.
I got some sheets I'm trying to get rid of.
I just have regular contractor trash bags that I use in my garage that I can line my pack with. You've probably got these in your garage, right? For field dressing, do you have rags?
I have a whole thing of rags.
You're a mom. You've got a lot of rags, right? I also choose to use latex gloves for the field dressing.
I don't have any of those, but those are like $1 a box.
And you can get them at pretty much any convenience store. Do you own any rope?
A lot, yeah.
This is just long enough to where if I want to pull an animal up to quarter it out in the air as opposed to on the ground, this will allow me to do it. You've probably got a small amount of thinner rope. This happens to be paracord.
I have that for camping.
You have a lot of resealable baggies, right?
I have so many, I'm actually kind of ashamed at my plastic footprint.
So there you go. These are handy for other meat parts that you don't want to put in the game bags, like tenderloins or back straps, or I personally love the heart. All those will fit into here. There's no need to buy additional game bags. Just go to your kitchen drawer and pull some out. And I have some paper towel on the outside. Then this is my camping saw. It has a blade on it for wood, and then it has a finer blade that I use for bone. Then we have, this one you might not have. This is some actual rub that I use for in the field.
You bring rub?
I bring some rub. Okay, I'm that geeky. I always have some rub. If you look at it, that pile of stuff, probably what, 80% of that or more, you as an avid outdoors person already have. Let's start simple. Start with the things we just have to have and multitask as much as you need to. At least to start, don't go out and spend thousands and thousands of dollars. It's not that difficult to have just the basic tools that we need to go hunting. Some of the specialty things, knife. This one I use because it has replaceable blades on it. And then there's going to be a handful of things that you'll want to carry in part of your personal survival kit. First aid kit, fire starting materials. We can build one of these together a little bit later. But again, main thing I want to show you is that what I use after hunting for 30 years, mostly you already have in your house. So let's start there. The other thing to point out here real quickly is that everything that we've discussed is pretty specific to deer hunting. Other types of hunting, however, require even less gear. So if you imagine things like rabbit hunting or maybe even pheasant hunting, the animals themselves are smaller. You're not going to be traveling too far away from your vehicle. You don't need probably half of this. It gets much, much simpler. Anybody who wants to start hunting, I like to push them toward those activities first because the amount of investment is really, really low. You can always work up from there.
I am actually honestly not as panicked as I was.
And neither is your bank account, right?
I drive a really small car, and can I take that? Like, I don't know how, like, it's
Sure.
not four-wheel drive,
Yeah.
like, what do I do?
Vehicles are one of those things that's a bit of a barrier. If you harvest a deer, you need something fairly large to pull it back in. Since we're going together, and this is one of the great parts about having a hunting partner, usually between two people, somebody has a larger vehicle that will get into places or hold more stuff in the back. In this case, it'll be me. Don't be afraid to talk to friends. Don't be afraid to ask to borrow. And this is always why it's good to hunt with somebody else, because you can pool resources, as you and I will.
Excellent. All right, thanks. Get all your stuff out.
Okay, all right, I'll clean up the floor.
Not much to pack up.
There isn't.
Don't let lack of gear stop you from taking up hunting. Borrow as much as you can. You might be surprised at how much gear friends are willing to lend you if you just tell them that you're trying to take up hunting. Go hunting with somebody who already has all the stuff you need. Many hunters already own trucks, so go with them, or you could even rent a pickup truck for a few days. I want you to make a list of things you think you'll need to go hunting. Put a check mark next to the things you already have. Put a star next to the things you can afford to buy, and put a circle around all the things you think you'll need to borrow. You might be surprised at how affordable hunting can be if you stop believing that you need to buy every single piece of gear first. Hey everyone, thanks for following along on my big game hunting journey. Hunting license dollars are a super important source of funding for the wildlife conservation work that Colorado Parks and Wildlife does for all species in Colorado, not just the game species you can hunt. So we want to make it as easy as possible for you to buy a hunting license. If you've ever thought about going hunting or just considered the possibility, be sure to hit up our website or give us a call for more information. We'll link all the information in the YouTube description. If you like this video series and you want to see more videos that we make at Colorado Parks and Wildlife, be sure to subscribe on the YouTube link below. Thanks for watching.